Real Madrid writes its history not only with titles, but also with the signings that shaped the game and took the club to even greater heights. But over time we can see that there are some contradictions, and this makes fans of the Madrid team skeptical about some signings made by the club. While some deals left Madrid fans ecstatic and excited, others generated controversy and questions about the true value of these investments. Who would have thought that the likes of Eden Hazard and James Rodriguez, despite their stellar credentials, failed to fully live up to high expectations? Let's uncover what worked and what didn't work so well for Real Madrid. But, as in any good story, the best will be saved for last. A surprising turn of events that will completely change the perspective on these signings and leave us amazed at what the future holds for the most glorious club in world football. Get ready for a behind-the-scenes trip to the Santiago Bernabéu, where Real Madrid's best-kept secrets will be revealed. Today, we will explore the 11 most expensive signings that Real Madrid have ever made in its entire history, diving into a roller coaster of emotions that will take us from ecstasy to disappointment and, finally, we will analyze whether these enormous investments have had an effect on greatness of the club. The question that remains is, are these signings worth everything they were paid for? Real Madrid is one of the most prestigious clubs in world football, founded in 1902. Its history is marked by a succession of achievements at national and international level, driven by major signings such as Di Stefano, Puskas, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Gareth Bale. In addition to its victories on the field, Real Madrid has played a crucial role in the development of Spanish and global football, becoming an undisputed powerhouse in the sport. Currently, the club maintains its prominent position across the planet, competing at a high level and inspiring fans around the world. And this certainly helps when hiring the best players. Who doesn't want to play for Real Madrid? Embark with us on this fascinating journey through the corridors of Real Madrid. We're about to reveal the club's 11 most expensive signings. You will be surprised. According to a study carried out by CES Football Observatory, Real Madrid currently has 3 players among the 10 most valuable in the world. English midfielder Jude Bellingham has become the most valuable player in world football. The Real Madrid jewel is worth €267.5 million. So, we start our list with one of the most expensive and promising in Real's history. Jude Bellingham cost around $112 million. Bellingham experienced a magical year in his short career. At 20 years old, he established himself among the best players in the world with good performances and, consequently, impressive numbers. Still developing, Jude Bellingham promises a lot for the club's future. We will not go into these details now, so as not to deviate from the theme of our video. But if you want a video that talks about this, leave it here in the comments. Returning to our subject. He not only broke goal-scoring records but also transfer value records. The exorbitant price paid by Real Madrid to secure the services of this epic-making icon was certainly worth it. Cristiano Ronaldo is, without a doubt, one of Real Madrid's most iconic signings. His transfer from Manchester United in 2009 was a milestone in the history of football and earned the Spanish club an investment of approximately $99 million, resulting in countless trophies. Next up is our favorite, Gareth Bale. Who doesn't remember the transfer that shook the football world in 2013? Discover the astronomical amount invested to bring this Welsh star to the Santiago Bernabéu. The Welshman arrived at Real Madrid in 2013, in an epic transfer from Tottenham Hotspur, for an astronomical sum of approximately $100 million. His skill and speed made him a crucial part of the Madrid scheme, winning numerous titles for the Madrid club. Now let's talk about a transfer that remains in the memory of all football fans. But do you have any idea of the updated dollar value of this historic Zinedine Zidane negotiation? The French icon arrived at Real Madrid in 2001 from Juventus for an impressive fee of around $77.5 million at the time. His elegance and genius on the field gave the club unforgettable moments. Our next most expensive player in Real Madrid's history was James Rodriguez, a Colombian talent who enchanted everyone at the 2014 World Cup. But how much did Real Madrid need to invest in dollars to bring this star to the Spanish capital? The Colombian arrived at Real Madrid in 2014, from Monaco, after a stellar World Cup, for approximately $88 million. But there are some controversies about this signing that did not live up to the expectations created by the fans. And what to say about Luka Jovic? The Serbian striker arrived at Real Madrid in 2019, coming from Eintracht Frankfurt, for around $67 million, with the hope of being a scoring option alongside Karim Benzema at the time. Luis Figo's bombshell transfer from Barcelona to Real Madrid in 2000 still echoes in football's corridors. His move caused a tremendous furore, highlighting the intense rivalry between the two Spanish giants, with an investment of approximately $60 million. Now we have a signing to reinforce the merengue defense. But are you prepared to discover the amount in dollars that was invested in this French talent? Ferland Mendy, the French fullback, arrived at Real Madrid in 2019, coming from Lyon, to reinforce the merengue defense, for around $58 million. His speed and defensive ability make him a key player in the team's back line. But his physical problems leave an air of disappointment for the people of Madrid. We arrive at Rodrigo, a young Brazilian promise who arrived at the Santiago Bernabéu full of expectations. But can you imagine the amount in dollars that Real Madrid had to pay to guarantee the services of this talent? The young Brazilian star arrived at the Santiago Bernabéu in 2019, coming from Santos, for approximately $48 million, with the hope of following in the footsteps of other great compatriots who shone at Real Madrid. His precocious talent promises a brilliant career. Eder Militao, this was another Brazilian for whom Real Madrid spent a handsome sum. The Brazilian defender arrived at Real Madrid in 2019, coming from Porto, for around $54 million, as a bet for the future of the merengue defense. His physical strength and leadership abilities make him a valuable asset to the club's plans. We can't help but talk about Eden Hazard, a transfer that caused an earthquake in the world of football, full of rivalry and controversies. And do you have any idea how much money was spent to bring this Belgian legend to the club? The Belgian star arrived at the Santiago Bernabéu in 2019, coming from Chelsea, for around $113 million, with the mission of filling the void left by Cristiano Ronaldo. But that's not what happened. Seeing this, do the high investments made by Real Madrid make sense? I'll talk about that now. We can see that Real Madrid's signings are fundamental to its greatness and prestige. From the early days under Di Stefano to recent signings such as Rodrigo and Jude Bellingham, each player brought into the club is a strategic investment. These signings not only increase the team's talent, but also strengthen the club's brand and global competitiveness. The club's future ambitions in terms of signings such as Kylian Mbappé, Alphonso Davies and others are making Los Blancos even greater. In addition to players, Real Madrid invests in renowned coaches and world-class infrastructure. These investments are crucial to keeping the club at the top of football. In short, Real Madrid's signings reflect its commitment to excellence in all areas and are fundamental to its position as one of the biggest clubs in the world. So, what did you think of this incredible list? Real Madrid certainly spares no effort when it comes to bringing the best talents in the world to the Santiago Bernabéu, even if some don't perform as expected. But tell me, which of these signings do you consider to be the most impactful in the club's history? Leave your opinion in the comments and don't forget to share this video with your Madrid fan friends. For the next Hala Madrid.